Hi everybody, I'm here to report on yesterday's 0-0 draw at Easter Road against Hibs. And before I go into describing this shocking shambles of a display, in inverted commas, I'd like to just put it into context. Last week, we played Porto away and we actually played better against a really classy team, one of the favourites, I think, to win the Europa League than we did yesterday against Hibs. A Hibs side without their two best players. Mulligan was missing and Bowie was over in Italy completing a £7 million deal. So they're missing their two best players. They had other guys injured and missing. They got a guy taken off injured in the first half, and yet we couldn't beat this team. Never mind, couldn't beat them. We didn't even look as good as them. This is the truth. We actually deserved to lose that game. Hibs made more chances. Wouldn't be hard. I think we had 2 shots on target. Hibs made more chances, better chances, and thanks to Jack Butland, who made maybe 3 or 4 good saves and some poor finishing from the Hibs players, we managed to scrape a draw. We should actually be delighted that we came away with a point yesterday because we didn't deserve it. Hibs should have won, deserved to win, and were easily the more attacking and better side. So we should thank our lucky stars rather than bemoan the fact that we only dropped 2 points, because that was a disgraceful display. And if I analyse why it was so disgraceful, well, here's the best thing I can say. After watching the whole first half, I thought Russell Martin had come into the dugout wearing a Danny Rule mask and was directing operations, because it was absolutely a Russell Martin display from early in the season. No energy, no pace, no determination, no guts, lackadaisical, passive, making the wrong decisions, especially up front. Final pass, shocking, but that's been true of Danny Rule for a couple of months with this team. So although I'm blaming Russell Martin, I'm not really. I'm just saying it was like one of his displays from earlier in the season. Absolute terrible display. I mean, there was just nothing happening. There was no energy. There was no determination. Nobody was trying to drive the team on, get stuck in. If only we'd had Tavernier. Oh no, wait a minute. He wouldn't have made any difference. That's right. So just there was nothing there. I mean, I think we had 9 shots at goal and 2 on target, something like that. Ridiculous. And Butland had 2 really good saves when a better team like Porto might have actually scored. So there was just nothing there. I'd give Butland obviously pass marks, maybe Fernandez, although he gives a couple of frights as well. Maybe give him pass marks, and that was it. Everybody else was absolutely dreadful. There was just no drive, no determination. It was as if Motherwell was the team second in the league trying to win the title, and we were just, middle of the league team, nothing really to play for in an away game where you only had a few hundred fans. So it just had one of these passive attitudes that get you nowhere in this league. The biggest moment, the most exciting moment was when sub Mikey Moore actually ran away from the defence into the box. Lovely finish, great goal. Oh, wait a minute, it's offside. And VAR shows it's offside. So I'll admit here, it was offside when the lines are drawn very close. But the annoying thing is, I think it was Bashiri in the middle. When you see the lines, his foot is on the same blue line as Moore's foot. The only difference is Moore's shoulder is leaning forward, and you draw the line from there, and he's offside by 2 inches or something. And that's what makes this offside rule in VAR so ridiculous. It's supposed to be the attacker gets the advantage if they're level. And they're level. But wait a minute, his shoulder's not level. That's not why the offside rule was invented. So hopefully that'll get changed to the Wenger suggestion next season, when there has to be daylight between the players before somebody's offside. And in fact, in most cases, it's naturally going to be an advantage to the defender, because the attacker going towards the goal, he's leaning forward, so that's why his shoulder or whatever is going to be leaning ahead of the defender, because he's normally facing the other way. So his shoulders are whatever head is actually going the other direction away from goal. So just nature itself means it's more likely the player's going to be offside because of the direction he's running in. Just biology, I suppose you could say, biomechanics, as Michael Stewart said once upon a time. So anyhow, it was offside, but very unfortunate. We wouldn't have deserved to get a 1-0 win anyhow, so we can't complain about it. And there's nothing else to say. I mean, we had I can't even remember, did we have a decent shot from anybody? Even in Porto, we had a 25-yarder, the goalie had to dive and save. I don't remember their goalkeeper having to make a save. So there's nothing else to describe from the Rangers' point of view. I don't want to go through the Hibs chances again. It was too painful at the time anyhow. So nothing each. Back where we started last week, 6 behind Hearts, level with Celtic. So all is not lost. But it will be, unless this team can get a move on and show some real energy and determination and grit when it comes to these sorts of games. We'll have a tough game against Kilmarnock on Wednesday. Thankfully, it's at Ibrox. Kilmarnock won, 3-0 at the weekend there. First win for I don't know how long. So they'll be up for it. They always are anyhow. So that'll be a tough game. We've got to get 3 points there, or the league really is gone if we can't beat Kilmarnock in these circumstances. When I think of the team yesterday, actually, what's his name? Scove Olsen, or Scott Wilson, as you hear some people saying it almost, depending on their accent. This guy, so far, 2 games I've seen him in, he's like a poor man's Ant-Man. That's how bad he is. Big name. Oh, everybody's looking forward to what a player he is. I'd never heard of him before we signed him. But apparently we've been after him for years. What a player. He's been Danish international, all this sort of nonsense. 10 million quid if we want to buy him in the summer. Well, unless he shows us something soon, we shouldn't be buying him in the summer. We've got enough guys like him, like Matondo and Ant-Man and Gassama, who can't get by defenders. Well, Gassama can when he actually puts his mind to it. But this guy's just like Ant-Man. Doesn't even try and run past the defender. Doesn't look as if he's got the mentality for it either. He's tall, he looks quite strong, but he doesn't look as if he's got the mentality. So thankfully he's only on loan. Get rid, I say, unless he suddenly shows something. And big Chukwani that I like to look of, the first 15 minutes I saw him a few weeks ago, he is anonymous most of the time, so he should be a guy that's imposing himself on that midfield, a tall, strong guy. He looks as if he's got a bit of skill about him. He did nothing yesterday either. Raskin's running about like a headless chicken. Hardly produces a decent pass to anybody. Big Chimite, I mean, people blame him. He hardly gets a pass that's a decent pass. He certainly doesn't get any goals set up from him. You can't say, oh, he's missed this and he's missed that one. Unlike when Drossers was the centre forward. He missed 5 for every goal he scored. This guy doesn't even get 5 chances. He doesn't get 2 chances. So I wouldn't be blaming Chimite. But all round, just horrible. The only good thing was the right back. He actually put Sterling back in, so hopefully we'll start to see him playing whole games from now onwards. But apart from that, what's to look forward to? Well, maybe the guy Romans at left back, maybe he'll make a difference, who knows. But it's not looking good if we can't get out of this rut where we're just seemingly going through the motions. Absolute disgrace. So come on, show us something different on Wednesday against Kelly.